point in mind, I'll be more than happy to field it at a later date. Colleen will take emails and whatever you wish, and be delighted to come back. Probably not next week because you'll get the same presentation, so you will have heard it before, but maybe in a couple of months that might be good to come back and have a chat again.
Thank you very much, Paul. Appreciate that. And any questions from the board?
Just wondering, back in 1990-91, I worked on the Commando completion project that never got completed. Have you got, I know we plans for that, because when I was working doing the tunnel with the boring machine, I know the existing tunnel was probably 30% blocked. I know it's got to be shut down one day, and the other tunnel's got to go ahead. Is there anything in the future we're looking at?
I'll just handle the tunnel. The tunnel's not 30% blocked.
No, the old one?
Yeah, no, it's okay. It's fine. That was clear. It was blocked, but it's not blocked. I mean, it's actually flowed more water in there than it's ever done. But it's 50 years old.
Yes.
Right. The Commando completion question is always an awesome question, and it's probably the one question that polarizes people in the Northwest the quickest. So I'm not going to tell you that we're going to finish Commando. But what I have to look at is, if we're going to build this thing, and it's going to be up and running by 2013, 2014, when it's 20, Commando's nearly 100. Okay, so I have to have that old girl in great shape at 100 years old to be able to supply this. So am I looking at Commando? Absolutely. Absolutely. Is that Commando completion also?
Any further questions from the board? The board that you that makes these decisions are in Montreal, Vancouver,
London.
London.
Yes. That's it. Okay. Well, Rio Tinto Alcan is headed. The organisation is in Montreal. So the head of, essentially, my boss's boss sits in Montreal, which was the head office of ex-Alcan. Rio Tinto has head office in London and actually has a subsequent head office in Melbourne, but the board sits in London, in Paddington.
Any further questions from the board?
Yes.
You talked about that there's a need to kind of get ready in this economic downturn, and
Yeah.
there's a need for some organizing. What would you suggest are some of those things that?
I think I chatted about it a little bit at Prince George. I think we've got a window here which nobody wants, but it is what it is. That I think we need to be getting the skills training. You know when I show the demographics of this, it's for a reason. It's simply to say, right, okay, have we got the bricklayers, the carpenters, the electricians? What should and this, you know, this is about this project. But all construction project needs these things. And if this is going to be a catalyst, whether it's a pipeline project, a liquefied natural gas project, these are the skills that are needed to build those things. So what can we do in the north to have as many of those folks here? Challenges are they all going to be working on. It's a tough one. But that to me is one opportunity that we have. And we're all over, is to say, right, how do we get that local context? And by that I mean a northwest context. And if we've got kids, you know, should they be looking at some of these trades? Maybe. How do we grow that? The challenge is how do you sustain it? And essentially, I think that's partially your job and the government of the day to try and make sure these go on. Projects are business cases. So this project is unashamedly to make money for Rio Tinto. That's what it's for. That's why we're building it. But in doing that, what else can grow from it? And I think that's the key. I still think this is a platform. Not only does it build that, you still have about 1,000 people employed for another 50 years. Not many people can say that. So I think that's one opportunity, is really the training aspect. And I'm told that even when we do, and this is I think this is a positive, or a term, it isn't a positive. You know, something as annual as the Hurricane shutdown. They're having to go as far afield to get people, and I believe they're out to Hazelton in terms of accommodation. Okay, things like that. That's how far it touches. Well, you know, we've been trying to work with those folks because when we need all of these people, imagine that. Okay, Alcan might have 400, 500 maybe, I don't know the actual number. This is double that, for sure. How are we going to do that? That's why they count. So what skill sets do you need to run a camp? What skill sets do you need? The services. Again, I'm not the expert, but a camp of about 1,000 to 1,500 people requires another 200 people to run it. So how do we get going on that? What are the things we need to do? And that's partly where that contractor day as a start on the 25th, is to start getting that out there. Well, let's use this time. Because it would be a shame to get a green light on the project and then think, oh, holy smokes, we're not ready. We haven't got enough people, we haven't, you know, wow. I probably wouldn't get to come back and talk to you.